Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Liz Spate. Piles, hemorrhoids, call them what you like, but they're a very common condition. What you may not realise is that approximately 50% of the population will suffer from piles at some point in their lives. So there's no reason to be embarrassed getting help. Well, today I'm joined by health expert Dr. Christian Jessen, who will be offering his expertise and valuable advice on the condition. Welcome along, Christian. And we're also joined by Elaine Regan, a patient with personal experience of the problem. Thanks to you both for coming in to tackle this tricky subject. So let's start off, Christian, by talking a little bit about what piles actually are.
Very simple, actually. All they are is distended veins around the opening of your bottom, a bit like varicose veins that you get on your legs. You have a network of veins around the bottom. If they become distended, stretched out, expanded, this can occur higher up in the bottom, or those veins can drop through, and that's what you can feel as the lumpiness that sufferers from piles describe. And they can come outside the bottom, and those are called externalized piles. It's as simple as that, really.
And who actually gets them? Who's most at risk?
Actually, anybody can get piles,
right,
almost from any age. You don't tend to see them in young children, but from sort of adulthood onwards, they're very, very common. As you say, 50% of the population will suffer from them at some point. More common in certain groups. Probably the most well-known is pregnant women.
Right.
Either during the pregnancy or after delivery frequently suffer from piles. And also people who don't have a very good diet is another very common group.
Okay, let's bring Elaine in here.
Hello.
Now, thanks for coming in to talk about it. It's a bit of a touchy subject, I know. How did you end up getting piles?
Mine was definitely brought on by a silly diet that I did. My daughter announced her engagement, and the first thing I thought was, I've got to lose weight. I've got to be slim. Not that I really needed to, so I went on this really crazy diet. No fibre, no fruit, no vegetables. I changed my diet completely, and basically I got constipated. And I didn't know what was wrong, but all I know is it was very sore and it was very itchy, and I felt this lump come, and I spoke to my husband about it, and he simply said, "You've got piles, yes. Go to the doctor." But I didn't go to the doctor. I was a bit embarrassed, so I went to see our local pharmacist, who is a lady, and she diagnosed that I did have piles, and she gave me over-the-counter cream to use. And within about 5 days, the condition just disappeared.
That's amazing, isn't it? So, Christian, what sort of treatments can you get for piles? Cream sounded very effective. What sort of treatments are there out there?
Depending where your piles are, if they're external piles, the lumpy things that you can feel when you wipe, then creams and ointments are probably your best option. And they're very effective at relieving the symptoms, the itchiness and the pain, and they help to shrink the piles down. If you've got internal piles, ones that are high up, and perhaps you'll only know about this because you'll get a feeling of swelling down below or perhaps a bit of bleeding, then there's still creams that you can put up there, but also you can get suppositories that go up and melt and do the same thing. They relieve the symptoms up inside. So actually there's a whole range of products available.
Okay, and very quickly, tell us a little bit about prevention. How do you stop yourself getting them in the first place?
Best thing in a nutshell is, well, obviously you can't avoid pregnancy, so we'll forget about that one, but keeping your diet as healthy as possible, plenty of fibre, fresh fruit and vegetables, roughage, drinking plenty of water, do exercise. Regular exercise keeps your bowel regular, and that's extremely important. Go to the loo when you need to go to the loo, don't sit for hours on the loo, and also lifting heavy things or even carrying too much weight around the middle, being a bit fat, actually can increase your risk of getting piles. So if you can avoid all of those things, you should be able to avoid getting piles.
Okay, well, Christian and Elaine, thanks so much for coming in and talking to us about this. Thanks for watching.